Today we're going to install the PCM6 and PCM7 orchestral expansion cards on the Korg Triton Rack. PCM cards are very sensitive to electrostatic charges and can easily get damaged. That is why I'm working on an anti-static mat that you see here in the blue and an anti-static wristband. If you don't have anti-static equipment, it is recommended that you touch a grounded metal object such as a tap to discharge any static you might have before you handle the cards. Also make sure that you don't have cuffs or synthetic fabric that drapes into the cards, as they can produce static electricity that can easily damage them. Wearing short sleeves or pulling your sleeves back is recommended so you don't have any static producing fabric draping into your electronics. Before we open up the unit and install the cards, we unplug the power. Open up the lid. There's two thumb screws here you need to remove. Two thumb screws back here you need to loosen and lift off the lid. We have 8 PCM slots here. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can place your PCM expansion cards into any empty slot you like. But I like to have a bit of an orderly logic, so I'm putting in card number 6 and 7, which are the two orchestral cards, so I'm gonna put them into slot 6 and 7, which is these two right here. And standing on front of the Triton rack, you take your card, there's a notch here, the notch goes to the right. You're putting it in slanted, in slot number 7. Then you push it down, and once it's pushed down you use your thumbs and you pull the catch to the side, and then you pull the card up and in to the catch. I got here a little bit more of a close-up view. Putting in the second card, the card number 6. You also push that in. Now you can see a little more clearly here as I pull the catch with my thumb and pull it into position. Cards are installed, let's put the lid back on. Tighten those two screws and insert the two thumb screws on the side. Plug the power supply in. Power it on and watch the two cards appear on a splash screen on slot 6 and 7. Now that you've installed the card, we need to add the preload data. The preload data is on a floppy disk. If you already have a floppy disk, you can skip this step. If not, I'll show you how to prepare one. So you get a blank floppy disk or a floppy disk that you can erase, and you insert it into the Triton rack. We are going to format the disk inside of the Triton rack. This way you are guaranteed to have the right format. Press disk. To format the disk, press utility, which F3 and F8. Use these arrows to navigate, or the downward arrow. Navigate to format, press OK. Turn the dial to go for full format. This will eliminate any bad sectors. It's called new volume. You can change the name here if you want to, but you don't have to. You can choose your letters and numbers, and you've got delete and your navigation keys. So I'm going to leave the name at that. Press OK and OK again. Remove the disk. Now I'll use this external floppy drive with a USB connection. Place it next to my computer and plug it in. Grab the floppy and insert it. I'm about to show you how to add the preload data onto your floppy disk on your computer. You will download the preload data either from the Korg's official website or from the forum. They are slightly different. I will show you both of them. You will only have to use one of them, obviously, wherever you got your preload data from. If you got it from the forum, do the forum version. If you got it from the official Korg website, do that version. On a computer, on the right here, open the floppy drive. As you can see, it's empty. And on the left here, I have the folders with the preload data. There's one from the Korg official and one from the Korg forum, and they are slightly different. So I'm going to show you the Korg official. That is for the orchestral expansion, which is this one. And this is for the Triton, not for the Karma. And there is one file in here called full, 0607 full. What you do is you drag and drop this into your floppy drive. You don't create any folders or anything, you just put it in right at the root. Now I've put in another empty floppy disk. Got that here on the right, and on the left I'll navigate back and I'll show you the forum version. So on the forum we have two separate files. You will see later why this is perhaps a little less confusing. You drag and drop those two files in there and onto the floppy disk. Now the Korg Triton Rack has 16 banks. There are 8 I banks, which are the internal banks. 4 of them are dedicated to the factory presets and the other 4 are for your personal settings. Then there's the E banks for the expansions. There's 8 of them, just like there's 8 expansion slots. So it makes sense that you dedicate each bank to a slot. Bank A to slot 1, bank B to slot 2, bank C to slot 3, and so forth. I have installed the orchestral card into slot 6 and 7, and this would correspond to bank F and G. Now if you have customized banks on your unit, it's recommended you back them up in case of an accident, otherwise you can proceed. Insert the disk and press disk. Now if you're installing the official file from Korg, this is how it goes. First make sure it's on low by pressing F1, then F8 for utility. You scroll down to load selected, you press OK. Then you scroll down to all, and you need to turn the dial until it says IC. Press the button to the right. Now this is the location where the file will be written to. Now remember the I files, which stands for internal, these are for your factory settings and your personal settings. So this is going to go to the external file. So you're going to dial it until it says E for external. And because we placed the card into the 6th slot, we will store it to the 6th letter under E, which is EF. So you got EF, that's where it'll be written to. You press OK. Now the second part, make sure it's on load again by pressing F1, then F8. Same as last time, load selected, press OK. And here we're going to make the changes. Press the key to the left Now you need to turn it to ID. Now press the button to the right, and this one is for the second card. This is gonna go to the 7th slot, which corresponds to the letter G. That's it. Now you press OK and it'll write to the G bank. That's it. Both cards are written. Now I'll show you what it looks like if you get the the preload data from the forum. So I'm putting in the other disk with the data on it from the forum. Read the data by pressing disk. Now on the file from the forum here you can see one is called C bank and one is called D bank. This is what makes this file slightly less confusing, is because it actually gives you a clue where it's from. So again, you make sure F1 to make sure you're on load, press F8, load selected. By using the up and down arrow, you press OK. Again, like before, you scroll down to all, you change this to IC, and you click to the right and you select EF, and then you press OK. Now it's writing the file to EF, just like before. The only difference is really that this one gives you a clue that you have to select IC on the left. Now here on a Korg forum file, before you do the second one, you have to scroll down first, select it, bank D, make sure it's on load, press F8, again OK for load selected, and this time we're going to write it to the G bank, and it's coming from the ID bank. You press OK. Completed. Now we'll press here the combination button, and when we press this bank key to select the external banks and we click on the F key, our presets have now shown up here. If we dial here, we can see all the various presets on the F bank, and if we press the G bank, the external G bank, it also has a whole bunch of stuff here that wasn't there before.